from Here for Your Life Coaching. So we're talking about mindset. Why is mindset important? Because when you things, because when you sides, just seeing to form a set of beliefs. And when you form the set of beliefs, you stick to it. It takes a pause. If you right, how do you do this? Pause. If you right, how do you do this? Thought. Some books it receive. Good morning, Jay. Conscious. Your heart has to believe. People pray all the time. Pray all the time. People have intentions all the time. All the time. So the have to is there's to pay up, and it's like it's off the list like that. Fear are really the biggest factor. You have to register instruments meditation because it produces here in your nature everything you're obsessing is a part. Think about things. That's know what's inside and says that the rapid fire wins respond. The science of confidence. It's the fastest, most efficient way to calm. Fastest, most efficient way to calm a human being. So why do my executives do this? Why do my attorneys do this? Why do my, professionals do this? I'm giving you everything for free. Why do they do this? They do this because if you have anxiety here, then the boat keeps going like this, right? If you have fear, anxiety, all the negative vibrations, they're negative frequencies. And all the negative emotions are rooted in fear, anxiety, overthinking. What's overthinking? It's fear. It's rooted in fear. It's a form of fear. Procrastination. I'm going to put this off. I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to be comfortable with, so you keep putting it off. When you experience this, your subconscious learns to repeat it. Now you have repetition because the fearful over and over and over. It's because your subconscious has learned to do it better than your conscious mind. And now you don't know why you're full of anxiety. And it just keeps going. So you go to a medical professional and they give you medicine. You have to change the program. You have to get past the fear. You have to eliminate the fear. The human voice does it. Wow. Unless you experience it, it's something you have to experience. I had one professional. I just saw her last night. She had chest pain. She had so much stress at her job. She has a high-performance job. She had chest pain. And every time something got stressful, or she recalled a stressful event, she would go like this. She would go like that. And I told her, I said, you're suffering chest pain. She said, I can't remember not having it. We got rid of her chest pain pretty quickly. It took about 4 months. For someone who's always had chest pain, that's pretty quick. She doesn't have chest pain anymore. Now she has the switch. I call it the switch. What's the switch? The switch is when you can turn it off. Stress comes back, fear comes in, move forward, or turn it off. How fast can you release it? That's where the meditation comes in. You need to be still. You need to be able to observe the thought and allow it to pass without engaging with the thought. You need to be able to see the emotion, feel the emotion, and allow it to move through you. You need to be able to observe, to be the observer, to become the observer. Life changes in that way. Life changes in that way. Because now you can be in it and not of it. You can observe it and not engage with it. You can allow it to pass. Sometimes it feels like a tingle in your body when you feel the emotion pass through you and you're like, whew, yeah, like that. And you allow it to leave because you're observing it, you're feeling it, okay? And you observe like this with your eyes closed, you're observing, and it just passes right through you. You don't have that gut reaction to react. You don't have that tug to react. You don't have it pull you here to react. You observe it and you allow it to leave. You observe it, allow it to leave. Why is mindset important? Mindset is important. And you can change it at any time. You can modify it at any time. How do you do it? Affirmations, meditation, vocalization, and visualization. So one key element of ask, believe, receive is gratitude. Gratitude. As a gratitude practice, I started doing this in my car years ago. The moment I got a brand new car in 2007, my mindset had shifted from always buy a good used car to only buy new cars. I had to shift my mindset. And the only thing that I can tell you is that from 2007 till now, I've only had new car smell. That's how I look at it. When I get in my car and I go, oh, okay, it's still there. I'm not dreaming. How did I do this? How did I accomplish this? Well, mindset shift. I shifted my mindset. Did I lose money? No, not really. Theoretically, probably. Why did I have the old mindset? Because I was taught. I was taught. It was pounded into me. Only buy a good used car. Why? Because, well, when you drive it off the lot, it depreciates right there and you lose money. If you focus on loss, if you focus on lose money, then you're going to have to rebuild that old car slowly. First, you start with the radiator. Then you start with the water pump. Then you see? A good used car will begin to rebuild itself slowly. I haven't replaced the radiator. I can't even remember. It was before 2007, maybe 2005, 2004, something like that. but you don't focus on what you're going to lose. You don't focus on lack. You don't focus on things that are negative. Is doubt negative? Yeah, don't focus on doubt. Focus on faith. Faith is not negative. If you have faith, then you strengthen your belief. Ask, believe, receive. Gratitude is very important. I started turning off my car stereo, which is really ironic because in my 20s I would kill for the kind of stereo I have in my car right now. And now I play it really soft. If I had the same stereo when I was in my 20s, it would be pumped up so loud, right? Life changes. Life changes. But I turn off the volume and I look outside, and everything I pass, I say thank you for. Everything. Thank you for the trees. Thank you for the buildings. Thank you for those people. Thank you for those dogs. Thank you for the park. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for this car. And I just look at things and say thank you inside. Sometimes I speak it. But a gratitude practice is very, very important. Why? Because the superconscious is real. God is real. Okay, it's an energy, but it is real, and it's all located in here. God is in here. The kingdom is within. It has nothing to do with the church. It has nothing to do with the temple. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's located in here. The temple is in here. So when you want something, write it down. Wish, pray, intend. You all accomplish the same thing every time. But the key is belief. Whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, either way you're a believer, you might as well believe in yourself. You might as well believe in what you are intending. You might as well believe in what you are asking for. And you have to believe that you've already received it. You're already in possession of it. You have your own internal gifts. Your life unfolds from within you. Life happens for you. It doesn't happen to you. If you think that life is happening to you, you have it backwards. Life is like this. It comes from within. It unfolds from within. But because you have eyes, you see things happening to you. It's happening for you. The more you gravitate to something, okay, the more you desire something, the more it comes to you. If you desire something and you believe in that thing that you're desiring, it will come to you. Affirmations, meditation, vocalization, visualization. It's the fastest way to do it. Now, you can speak something into existence. Try it. It might take you a while, but try speaking something into existence. Speak it with gratitude. I am so happy and grateful now that I have a good relationship. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a new car. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have $100. I'm so happy and grateful now that my phone bill is paid. Speaking things into existence is a real thing. It works through your subconscious. Your subconscious is always listening to you. That's why the holy books say to guard your speech. Because you can speak things into existence in here. The subconscious works with the superconscious to deliver what you are speaking. I always say when I plug my name into any browser, I see everything I was fantasizing about when I was 12, plus. When you are grateful, things are added to you. Things are added when you're grateful. When you take things for granted, things are subtracted from your life. When you are happy, things are added to your life. Your life unfolds faster and better. The quality of your life increases. Why? Because your frequency has risen. When you raise your frequency, you experience better things, better people, better circumstances. You start living in better areas. You start driving better cars. All of these things just seem to happen. Some people say it's a coincidence. No, you speak it into existence. You think it into existence. As a man thinketh, so is he. So what are you thinking? You know, I can tell you I've been around very, very, very wealthy people, and the conversations are different. I've never been in a room full of very wealthy people and they're speaking resentment, and they're speaking hateful things, and they're speaking derogatory things. No, that doesn't happen. They guard their speech. So how do you speak something into existence? I am so happy and grateful now that I am, and fill in the blank. That's a double I am statement. I am is very important. Moses was told in the Holy Bible to tell the people of Israel that I am sent you. That's in the Holy Bible. But the I is you. The I refers to your being. So when you say I am, that's a complete sentence. So start with I am. I am. But be very careful what you put next to the I. I can't do that. I'm not good at that. You can say you don't like something. I don't like that. Okay. But when you say I can't do that, I'm not good at that, I suck at that, what are you doing? You're insulting the Creator. You're using God's name in vain. You know, I'm so stupid, I didn't figure it out. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at reading. I'm not good at history. I'm not good at... You see? Now you're speaking against the Creator. Now you're speaking against God. Change your speech. I'm good at this. I'm good at that. You have free will. You can say, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do math. I don't want to do history. I don't want to do reading. That's fine. But when you place a negative after the I, I'm full of anxiety. Okay. You know, I don't feel well. Okay. It's very powerful. Now, can you write things into existence? Of course you can. Here, use one of these. There's a reason why they say the pen is mightier than the sword. Because it is. Because this can create. This is an instrument of creation. And I'm not talking about writing a story. I'm not talking about writing a book. I'm not talking about anything other than your subconscious. So, you want a better mindset? Use one of these. Use this to reframe, to refocus, to affirm. I am so happy and grateful now that I am fill in the blank. Surround yourself with positivity, which means set yourself free from toxicity. Toxic people, toxic environments, toxic places. Anything toxic you can feel. You can feel anything that's toxic. You have that feeling, right? You get that feeling. If you can't feel it and you're a guy, take a woman with you. She'll feel it and she'll tell you, boy, this place feels weird. Boy, that guy over there, like, ew, right? Women are great barometers because they have women's intuition. Because the superconscious speaks to them clearer, stronger. Why? Because they're designed to be mama bears. When you pay attention to that voice, life gets better. When you learn to trust that voice, life gets better. When you start to have faith in that, your belief gets stronger. Ask, believe, receive. Then you start receiving. The first thing to do is ask. A lot of people don't know what to ask for. Like, what do you want? Oh, that's a big question. What do I want? Well, I want a house. Well, I want a car. Well, I want this. I want that. I want it. Like that. Okay. Start with one thing at a time and start small. Okay. I started with a parking space. And I would get that parking space all the time. Because on my way to the shopping center, I would focus on that parking space. I put it on social media many, many times. One time I even turned on the video, my camera, and I was holding it in my hand. It was illegal, and I was holding it in my hand, filming. And then I posted it to Instagram to show people that you can focus on something. You can predict something just by focusing on it and manifesting it. Manifestation is not magic. Good morning, Rhonda. Aloha to you too. Manifestation is not magic. It's your subconscious and superconscious working together in concert. And when you have alignment between your conscious, subconscious, and superconscious, everything happens like that, like a well-oiled machine. Is it easy to keep that momentum going? It depends on who you are. It depends on your tendencies. It depends on your paradigm. What paradigm do you have now? You may have to correct some things in your paradigm. So the roots of the tree, let's imagine the tree again. The roots of the tree are where your core beliefs are, your subconscious core beliefs. The trunk of the tree is your paradigm. The fruits on the tree on the top, those are your actions that are produced by the paradigm. that is formed by the beliefs. And what do the fruits do? They bring results. So look at the tree. Now, in order to change the results, can you do different actions and get a different result? Sure. But if you want it to be permanent, if you want it to be a belief, if you want it to be consistent, if you want to have it happen all the time on a consistent basis, you have to change the roots first. Then the paradigm shifts. Then the fruits change. Then the results change. Is it easy to do? Of course it is. It takes less than 15 minutes a day. Less than 15 minutes. Can you take 15 minutes to change your life? 15 minutes a day. For some people, it's impossible. They can't stick to it. Why? Well, they're anxious, or they can't sit still, or, right? All of these things. Those are all negative emotions, all rooted in fear. And the fastest way to get rid of it is the vocalization process. The visualization process is visualizing positive outcomes. Just know that all the what ifs are rooted in fear. What if this happens? What if that goes wrong? What if that doesn't work out? What if this? What if I want $100 but it doesn't happen and I can't pay my phone bill? Then the phone gets shut off. What if? What if? What if? What if? All the what ifs are rooted in fear. Unless you shift it to the positive. What if I get the money over here? What if the money comes this way? What if the money comes that way? What if the money comes this way? What is the topic now? The topic is money comes. What if money comes? What if money comes this way, whatever. Anticipating positive outcomes. Anticipation is a very strong emotion. It's not rooted in fear unless you direct it that way. In the Holy Bible, it tells the story of Job, and what he fears falls upon him. It's a lesson in the subconscious esoterically. Exoterically, it's a story. People read it, okay, poor Job, but he had faith. He had faith, but what he feared fell upon him. Poor Job. It's speaking about your subconscious. It's an allegory that's teaching in metaphor. So how do you fix it? Affirmations, meditation, vocalization, visualization. Start writing it. Use your pen. Use your pen. You can't type it. If you're in your phone like this, I am so happy and grateful now that it will not work. You have to manually write it out. And isn't it interesting that many young children do not know how to use this? Is that a coincidence? There are many entities that are taking away certain things and replacing them with others. This is similar to what we have seen in the past with plantation mentality, with factory mentality. They did not want thinkers, they wanted workers. They don't want you to think. If more people knew that they could use this and take baby steps towards their goal and the doors will just open, and that it doesn't matter what system you're in, it doesn't matter what form of government you're in, it doesn't matter where you are. things would be very different. And when you take the baby steps, it's important that they are baby steps, because if you take baby steps and you take the wrong baby step, it's an easy correction. It's like, oop, not over there. I'm sorry. Did you make a mistake? Here's how to fix it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Done. But it must be done in here. That's part of surrender. Surrender means you let go. Surrender means, like we talked about yesterday, being so cemented and grounded in the physical matrix that you cannot surrender. You cannot let go. The horse is running away and you're holding onto the rope and it's dragging you behind. And it's painful and you're getting skinned up, but you're not letting go. At what point do you let go? You'll let go. You'll let go after a while. But the question is, how beat up do you have to be? How much damage needs to happen before you let go of the horse? Let go of the rope. Because the more you're like this, and the more you're in the system like this, and the more you're in the world like this, and the more you're in your mind like this, it continues to happen over and over and over. Why? It's subconscious. You have to surrender. Who are you surrendering to? You're surrendering to the superconscious. Why? Because this represents ego. This represents stubbornness. This is a fixed mindset. In order to achieve an open mindset, a growth mindset, a better mindset, you have to surrender. This is, nope, I'm doing it my way. This is, nope, I'm not receiving. This is, I'm getting dragged by the horse, but I'm not letting go. But when you relax like this, and relax like this, and pretty soon you start to open. This is, I'm receptive. This is, I'm open. This is, I'm allowing. This is, I'm receiving. So many people know how to give. They know how to give, they give. But they don't know how to receive. And you know who these people are. If you want to find out who they are, just give them $1. Take $1 out of your wallet and go, here's $1. If they take your $1 and say, thank you, wow, that was really kind of you, then you know they are good receivers. And they receive without question, without hesitation, without fear. But when you give $1 to someone and they go, oh, no, what's that for? What's that for? They have hang-ups about money. They have hang-ups about receiving. They have hang-ups about the belief process. Ask, believe, receive. The belief part is where they are stuck. In order to receive, yes, you have to. You have to give to receive. But if you have hang-ups about receiving, then you really have a gratitude problem. You have a gratitude problem. You can fix it through gratitude, but that's your issue. Why? Because if someone is giving you something and you're making the giver feel bad by going, no, 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 what is this for? What's that for? No, no, no. Or, oh, you shouldn't have. Now you are damning the giver. Now you're making the giver feel bad. What does that do? You get karma for that. Karma in what way? Your subconscious. You need to readjust your mindset. You need to have an open mindset, an abundance mindset. When you say, no, 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 what's that for? What's that for? That's a limiting action. And you're making the giver feel bad. I had to teach this to one of my professionals. She's a nurse. And when I give her something, she's thank you, Junior. Thank you, thank you. Before, she said, oh, you don't need to do that. Well, of course I know I don't need to do that. I don't need to do anything. I don't need anything. Why is that? Because need is a negative emotion. Need implies lack. I need money for this. I need money for my bill. I need to pay my phone bill. I need money for I need. Don't be needy.